All right, everyone, let's get right to it. A few minutes here. It's 7:18 now, so I got an hour before kickoff Thursday night. Um, Week 9 recap real quick. Offer sheet, there was only one. Um, I'll cover the power rankings real quick. Just going to list off everybody 1 through 10. Week 10 predictions, matchup by matchup, and then I got a couple more predictions of my own going on in each game. But Week 9, again, 2 and 3. So my picks are just completely useless for everybody. It's just my own thinking. So dropped down to 6 and 9 overall. So needing a 4 and 1 week to get back to 500. But let's go back to Week 9 recap. Bubble Boy Joe, he's waiting for this. Royally smoked my ass real quick. 122 to 73.66. I gave myself a Stevens week, but awful managerial decision by starting Tom Brady over Kyler Murray. But silver lining is that even if I did start Kyler Murray, I still would have lost. Just only by about 5 rather than friggin' almost 50. So I guess it's good because it went to my tiebreaker because now there's 4 teams tied in first and I'm still number 1 overall in the standings based on bench points. Devontae Adams gave it to me last Thursday night. So Joe just got off on the right foot and just continued plummeting my ass real quick all through the weekend. My my in matchup prediction of Adam Thielen outscoring Devontae Adams really didn't work out for me. So I needed him to outscore him for me to even get close in that matchup. But Joe, good job. Back on the bubble, and you got another big matchup this week against my brother. So we'll see what happens there. That could actually get you in the playoffs. We'll see. We'll see. Moving on, we got Jay. Stopped his slide and beat my brother 143.9 to 112.8. Jay, one thing for you is if you started either one of your Pittsburgh wide receivers that were on your bench, you could have had the high score for the week. So good for you, but could have been better for you at the same time. Again, this one I actually got right. I nailed my prediction and said that no running back in this matchup would score 13 points or more. One running back had 12.8 or 12.9, so I was pretty spot on that. Moving on, here's 2 matchups I got right. Rafi easily took down Stevens last week, 120 to 100, without starting Christian McCaffrey. And again, just like Jay, if you had started Christian McCaffrey, you would have gotten potential for high points in the week. Rafi uses, here we go, Charger connection. Herbert and Allen to get on the win. Prelude to what I might say later on tonight. Next matchup, we had Foley. Won the useless matchup of the week over Mickey. It was 117 to 108. Foley got big games from Pat Mahomes and Stephon Diggs. Brandon Cooks did well, did him enough to get him over Mickey Miller for the, again, useless matchup of the week. And in the matchup of the week last week, John, congratulations, high score. Took down Jess 149 to 117. Dalvin Cook is just literally running over everybody. So if you have Dalvin Cook, then you're going to get high scores almost every week right now. So, John, good for you. Again, my prediction for this one was that it was going to be the highest scoring matchup of the week, and it was. Not by too much over Jay and Matt, but got the nod for high points for the week. All right, moving on. Like I said, offers report. 1 and 1 only. Rafi picked up Justin Jefferson, who my brother dropped, who he traded for, and then dropped. Rafi picked him up for $6. That's a good value. You've got, as of right now, you've got DeAndre Hopkins in your flex position, but he's not your number 3 wide receiver. He's your number 1. You got Keenan Allen and I forget who else, Julio Jones maybe or something like that. I forget, but I'll look at the roster later on. So that's just silly having a number 4 wide receiver being a rookie stud, Justin Jefferson. So props to you for that. Good pickup. Usually I'm on top of things like that, but good for you. power rankings, like I said, I'm going to go right through this. Hopefully you guys don't mind me just nailing them down real quick. Sorry for the last minute video. Rankings overall, not going to line up with ESPN. I've got Rafi, number 1 overall this week, going into week 10, right? That's what we're on right now, week 10 matchups. Yes, week 10. Rafi, number 1. I've got myself, number 2, hoping George Kittle comes back for the playoff push, and hopefully he can get me championship number 2 back-to-back. I've got Johnny Page, number 3. Like I said, if I could pick somebody else's team, for some reason I just really like John's team, and I picked against him last week. We'll see what I do this week. Jay, I've got Jay, number 4. I've got my brother, number 5. I think he's got some home run potential in there that, you know, on some weeks he's just going to go off, and some weeks he's just not going to go off. So I think based on, you know, potential, I'd say he has it there. I've got Jess at number 6. Not that she's, you know, she doesn't ever text in this chat. She just kind of likes photos or videos. That's all she ever does. So maybe this will get her to actually tap on her phone to say something rather than just holding down and giving the thumb up. Hi, Jess, by the way. So I've got Joe at number 7, and then the bottom 3. Foley, good job for being on the top of the bottom 3. Mickey, I've got you at number 9, and Stevens, number 10. All right, picks for this week. So starting with my matchup again, because it's just how it starts up first. I'm not the matchup of the week. We've got number 1 versus number 10 in the ESPN standing, so this is not worthy of the number 1 matchup of the week. High projections, though. Mickey's projected for 127 points. For a number 10 seed, that's pretty damn good. So, I mean, you did something wrong, obviously. I don't think you were checking your roster every week this year, but, you know, it's a pretty good projection. Roethlisberger should play for you. Miles Sanders, I don't know if he's going to get you 18 points against the Giants D. But you've got 3 Chicago players in your starting lineup. So I just can't pick you to win. Sorry, even against myself. If you were against Stevens, maybe. But not against me, sorry. I think I've got too much firepower between Murray, Kamara, Chubb if he plays, Michael Thomas. So I'm going with me. And I'm sticking to it. Number 2, another one that's kind of an easy one to pick. Number 3 in the standings versus number 9 in the standings, Jay over Stevens. Again, Stevens actually, I think, has a full roster this week, which is good for him. But actually, yeah, I think you had David Johnson in your starting lineup, and you just made that move earlier today or last. I don't know when you did it, but I saw that earlier today. So you got a full lineup in here. You're only projected to lose by 26 now. So, you know, this might be somewhat of a closer game for you. I do think Carson Wentz puts up pretty good numbers this weekend against the Giants, but you know, you got J.D. McKissick and Zach Moss for your 1 and 2 running backs. So that's pretty bad. Unfortunately, you've got, you know, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, Eckler, and David Johnson on your bench. So that's just unfortunate. You know, my brother complains about his team all the time, especially running backs, but you've got a damn good case right there. So I've got Jay taking this one down pretty easily. I say he wins by closer to 40 than 25, but we'll see what happens there. Moving on, number 2 for matchup of the week. And I'm saying this is going to be the highest point total of the week because it's the next 2 teams that I like in this league. We've got John versus Rafi, and it's just hard to pick because, again, I like both teams. Both matchups look pretty juicy. But like I mentioned in the Week 9 recap, that whole Charger connection there, go Chargers, go. I think it's not going to go this week. So Miami's defense, go ahead, laugh at my horrible Schwarzenegger impression. Fuck off. Let's see. Yeah, Josh Allen against Arizona. I see that being another shootout between Kyler Murray and Josh Allen. So, like I said, if you have Dalvin Cook this week, then you just go with Dalvin Cook. So I've got Johnny over Rafi this week, more so because I went against Johnny last week. So I'm picking Johnny in a big matchup this week. And then like I said, I've got Rafi number 1 overall, so this would put John over number 1 overall if he gets the win. Moving on, in the standings, this is predicted as a upset. Foley against Butler, Jess. So Brian versus Jess. Let's see. Drew Brees projected for 19 against San Fran. You know, Brees looked great last week. Let's see if he can keep it up. Devontae Parker should have a good game. No Preston Williams from Miami, but Jess, they've got Derrick Henry only projected for 16 points, which is well under his average, but against Indy's front line, yeah, I'm going to agree. I like Foley's matchups a lot better. Singletary hasn't been doing too much, and you got Damian Harris started too. I don't even know if he's playing this weekend. If he does, this is against Baltimore, and I don't think the Pats offense is going to do anything. So, yeah, I'm going with Foley. I think Jared Goff and Robert Woods will get it done for you. I think they're going to have, maybe Robert Woods will do a little end around running score, and then, maybe catch a touchdown. So it'll be 2 times the double pleasure for you this week. So yeah, I'm taking Foley, and I wrote that down. Yeah, I'm taking Foley over Jess. And last but not least, matchup of the week. Again, he's just straddling that bubble real quick, and now my brother is on the other side of the bubble. So this is a big matchup right now to see who gets in the playoffs for the last seed, although there's, 3 more weeks after this for overall seeding to figure it out. And again, I mentioned my brother's team getting 5th overall in the power rankings because he's got that firepower potential. His team's getting healthier, even though, he traded for Myles Gaskin, and then he's on IR now. Mostert's going to come back in a couple weeks. He's got Tyreek Hill on the bench for a bye week. Justin Jackson's not playing this week, so he picked up Jacoby Myers, and who knew he would ever be fantasy relevant, but sure enough, here he is. Lamar Jackson only projected for 21 points, just under 21 points. I think he's going to fucking rip us apart this weekend. And that being said, I'm taking, based on projections for points, and I forgot about this. The previous matchup, my brother won by 0.02 of a point. I think this does come down again to the wire, and I hate to do it to Joe, but I'm picking another 3 to 5 point victory for my brother. Not 0.2, but 2 points. That to 5 points possibly for my brother. I think Lamar Jackson goes off for closer to 30 against the Pats rather than 20. So that being said, I think that's all I got. 13 minutes, so signing off real quick, and I'm gonna, who knows what, maybe do some more work before I go downstairs and watch, the first quarter, first half of the game before I freaking get some shut eye. See you guys.